The Great Lunar Eclipse by yours truly, K.S. Julian. 10-year-old Cora squints her still sleepy eyes at the bright illumination reflecting against the plane window. Cora was just falling sound asleep when the nightfall from just a couple of hours ago has quickly turned into day. Cora shuts the window blind down and tries to go back to sleep, but only soon enough to be disturbed by all the agitated chatter and locomotion of other passengers, including her own mother, who sits right next to her but is now leaning across Cora's seat looking out of the plane window. Cora opens her eyes to find her mother's expression either in awe or appalled. "What is going on?" Cora asks, still half asleep as she joins her mother against the plane window. What Cora witnesses is, beyond the clouds appear to be glistening rock formations, mostly ivory in color. The rocks glow as brightly as the sun, and Cora is unsure whether the rocks keep descending closer and closer from up above and towards the plane, or if the plane keeps elevating higher and higher up in the sky towards the rocks. Suddenly, the sky makes a loud crackling roar. It can't be thunder on this bright rocky day. It appears we are experiencing a lunar eclipse, ladies and gentlemen. According to air traffic control, news has released that an announcement from the pilot comes through the speakers. Cora's flight lands at 9 p.m. When Cora gets out of the airport, she walks into a city still as bright as day, and people outside taking pictures of the sky. The Earth remains with daylight 24/7 for the next couple of days, for the next couple of years, for the next couple of decades. Earth never sees darkness no more because of these rocks. The Earth's sky has turned into clouds and rocks. 20 years later, Earth's sky of rocks has expanded. It now fully envelopes the whole planet. The Earth has become trapped inside a sky of rocks. Multiple pillars that extend all the way down to the Earth's ground have formed all over the planet in various cities. People have turned these rock towers into high-rise commercial and residential buildings as high up as they can construct and develop. People have moved on from the Great Lunar Eclipse, and people born after the eclipse know nothing but of day and of a sky of rocks. Cora belongs to a generation in between, where she knew about night, the stars, and the moon, but was too young to dwell on them after they all disappeared. The Great Lunar Eclipse, however, was an event that Cora has never forgotten. It was the event that drove her to do what she does today, being an astronomer at NASA, and her biggest discovery so far, that somewhere through, or maybe even beyond the sky of rocks, is a water source. Ocean water, to be exact. Cora discovered this with her father one day after tagging along up in the sky on one of his drilling projects. Cora's father leads a drilling team from one of the largest sky drilling companies in the planet. Cora tags along with her father often, that it has pretty much become her part-time job. Throughout the years, the government has sent up both military and private contractors to drill through the sky, both for rock samples and to see how deep they can drill into the rocks. For research, none of the elements that compose the rocks can be found on the periodic table, so these rocks clearly didn't come from Earth. However, some of the rock properties can be attributed slightly similar to those of limestone. The rocks have posed no threat to humans. In fact, they have served as endless source of cement and other construction or building materials. And so, the government gradually decided to make use of them instead of trying to get rid of them, until Cora and her father discovered water leakage from drilling too deep into the rocks for years. Then, the dreaded fear turns into reality. One day, the sky makes a loud crackling roar. The sky of rocks appears to have distinctly dropped a little lower towards the earth. People start to take videos, live stream, and panic. Then the earth starts to shake. What seems to be an earthquake at first quickly turns into the sky of rocks cracking open and splitting into half, then into more halves. Fragments of rocks, both big and small, accompanied by heavy rain, start falling. The rock pillars that once served as different types of carved sanctuaries start to crumble and fall to the ground. People get hit, hurt, injured, and buried dead or alive under piles of rocks. Cora, who's been driving on her way home from work, manages to find shelter under a bridge. She gets out of her car into the rain and tries to take a good look of the sky. Raindrops trickle down to her face. Cora licks her lips. Salt water, Cora whispers to herself. She automatically knows the rain isn't from Earth's atmosphere but beyond. Bam! A sudden tumultuous thud makes Cora instantly turn around towards her car. The overhead bridge has crashed down over her car. But what has crashed down over the bridge is what brings Cora to shock. A gigantic whale, injured and shrieking as loud as a jet plane. Soon after, more fish and other types of sea creatures start falling down from the sky together with the rocks and the rain. At this point, Cora is now fully soaked in ocean water rain. She doesn't know where to go nor what to do. She looks up at the sky once again, and through the cracks, she spots not just one, but multiple land masses floating in mid-air. Water, which Cora guesses ocean water, spill over from each land mass and down to earth. Then further high up beyond the land masses is just a dark background. But something against the dark background winks and glistens right back at Cora. Then another, then another, then entire clusters. Are those stars? Cora asks herself out loud for the first time ever in 20 years. The end.